Hello children, welcome you all for another important lesson of grade 9 English. Hope you all are ready with your grade 9 pupils book, writing book and a pen. Today we are going to do a reading lesson. Now, I am going to show you some interesting pictures. Are you familiar with these films? Karate Kid, Kung Fu, Kung Fu Panda. I think you may have watched these films. What are they based on? Can you guess? Yes, fight. Then I'll give a synonym for it. Combat. In a combat, martial art is used. Okay children, all of you take your textbook and turn to page 69. Martial arts. Now, go through the first paragraph and do the activity. Question number 1. Find the adjectives from the paragraph. Question number 2. Find a word from the paragraph using the prefix "un", using the suffix "ment". Have you finished, children? Now, let's check your answers. Question number 1. Write in adjectives. Different nations, different styles, spiritual development, martial arts. Question number 2. A word using the prefix "un", the answer is unarmed. Word using the suffix "ment", there are two answers: development, enforcement. Now, I am going to read the paragraph. While I am reading a paragraph, keep in your mind to place your finger and follow. Martial art is a form of combat, a traditional form of art found among different nations in different styles. This is practiced for self-defense, mental and spiritual development, and sometimes for law enforcement. There are two types of martial arts: armed and unarmed. In armed martial arts, weapons like swords, shields and daggers are used. However, Kicking and punching are commonly used techniques in both armed and unarmed combat. Right, children, now I am going to ask you some questions. What is known as martial art? Martial art is a form of combat. Why do people practice martial art? For self-defense, for mental and spiritual development. What are the two types of martial arts? Armed and unarmed. In armed martial arts, we use weapons. In unarmed martial arts, we don't use weapons. What are the weapons used in armed martial art? Sword, shield, dagger. What are the common techniques used in martial arts? Kicking, punching. Okay, let's do an activity now. Match the words with the picture. Right. Now let's check your answers. Sword, dagger, weapons, combat, shield. Okay, children, shall we move on to the second paragraph? Now, write these words in your writing book. Styles, different, application, techniques, intention, development, weapons, depending, generation, kicking. Now, I am going to read the second paragraph. If you heard these words, put a tick in the box. If you don't heard, put a cross in the box. Styles and techniques used in martial arts differ depending on the application and intention. For example, today many young women learn martial arts for self-defense, while some turn to it for mental and spiritual development as well as for physical fitness. Judo, boxing, karate, kickboxing, taekwondo, and wrestling are some forms of different types of martial arts. Now we are going to check your answers. You have got tick marks for styles, application, techniques, intention, development, depending. Right, children? Again, I am going to ask you some questions. Why do young women learn martial arts? For self-defense, for mental and spiritual development, physical fitness. What are the different types of martial arts? Judo, boxing, karate, taekwondo, wrestling, kickboxing. Children, shall we do a puzzle? I know you all like puzzles. Across number 1, women learn blank for self-defense. Number 3, in school, students practice this game for competition. Number 4, it is a kind of martial art that was born in Japan. Number 5, Mike Tyson is world famous for blank. Down. Number 2, it is a form of martial arts. Right, children? Now let's check your answers. Number 1, martial art. Number 2, taekwondo. Number 3, karate. Number 4, judo. Number 5, boxing. Let's move on to the third paragraph. Go through the paragraph and find the missing letters. You have been given 8 words with the blanks. Now let's check your answers. Number 1, history, History. Number 2, faithful, Faithful. Number 3, nation, Nation. Number 4, knowledge, Knowledge. Number 5, traditional, Traditional. Number 6. Students. STUDENTS. Number 7. Generations. GENERATIONS. Number 8. Value. VALUE. Now I am reading the third paragraph. Angampara or Angam is known as the indigenous fighting art in Sri Lanka. It is believed to have a history which dates back to more than 33,000 years. This art is said to have originated from a Yakka warrior. Ancient kings had used this form of fighting art to protect the nation. Angam can be divided into 3 sections. Angampora, Illangampora and Mayangam. It has been the traditional practice of the Guru to impart Angam knowledge and its secrets only to his most faithful and trustworthy students. Hence, the value and popularity of this form of martial arts has increased over the generations. Now give me the answers for these questions. What is the another word for Angampora? Angam. Who is the founder of Angampora? Yakka warrior. How old is Angampora? More than 33,000 years. Where is it originated? Sri Lanka. Okay, children, shall we do an activity again? Find the synonyms from the paragraph. Number 1, native. 2, chronicle. 3, began. 4, commonwealth. 5, classical. 6, genesis. 7, reliable. 8, wisdom. Have you found the answers? Let's check them. Native, indigenous. Chronicle, history. Began, originated. Commonwealth, nation. Classical, traditional. Genesis, generation. Reliable, trustworthy. Wisdom, knowledge. Right, let's move on to the last paragraph. Find the compound nouns. Now let's check your answers. headwear, footwear, grasslands, swamplands. Right? I'll read the paragraph. A student who takes the Angam oath will enter the training area without headwear or footwear. It is considered as a sacred space made of fine clay and ground coconut fibers. However, the students are trained in different locations such as grasslands, beaches, and even swamplands. It is a must for a student to engage in breath-in meditation to make his or her combat skills perfect. Now give me the answers for these questions. Who can enter the training area? A student who takes the Angam oath. Can they use footwear or headwear in this place? No, they can't use footwear or headwear. What is a must? Breathe-in meditation. What is this sacred space made of? Fine clay and ground coconut fibers. Where are the students trained? Grasslands, beaches, swamplands. Right, children. Now I am going to give you an activity. Go through the whole lesson and fill the missing letters. Now let's check your answers. Martial art. Armed. Weapons used. Swords. Shields. Daggers. Angampora. Illangampora. Mayangam. Unarmed. Judo. Boxing. Karate. Kickboxing. Taekwondo. Wrestling. Okay, children. Now let's do the textbook activity. Now turn to page 70. Part A. State whether the following are true or false. Number 1. Martial art is practiced only as a form of self-defense. Number 2. Lots of techniques are used in martial arts. Number 3. Angampara originated in India. Number 4. Angampara is the Sri Lankan form of martial arts. Number 5. Angampara combating style is taught to anybody. Now let's check your answers. Number 1, false. Number 2, true. Number 3, false. Number 4, true. Number 5, false. Part B. Answer the following. Number 1. What is martial art? Number 2. Why is it practiced? Number 3. What are the types of martial arts found in the world? Again, let's check your answers. Number 1. Martial art is a form of combat. Number 2. It is practiced for self-defense, mental and spiritual development. Number 3. Judo, boxing, karate, kickboxing, taekwondo, wrestling. Part C. Find and write the information asked about Angampura. Number 1. Practiced in. Number 2. Originated in. Number 3. Originated from. Number 4. Major sections. Number 5. Number of weapons used. Number 6. Rituals. Part D. Find similar words from the text for the following. Number 1. Someone engaged in or experienced in warfare. Number 2. Keeping something safely and protecting it from harm. Part E. What is referred by the following? This in paragraph 1. It in paragraph 2. Now let's check your answers. Practiced in Sri Lanka. Originated in more than 33,000 years. Originated from Yakka warrior. Major sections: Angampura, Illangampura, Mayangam. Number of weapons used: no. Rituals: a student who takes the Angam oath will enter the training area without headwear or footwear. It is a must for a student to engage in breathing meditation to make his or her combat skill perfect. Part D. Number 1. Someone engaged in or experienced in warfare. The answer is warrior. Number 2. Keeping something safely and protecting it from harm. The answer is self-defense. Part E. What is referred by the following? Number 1. This in paragraph 1. Martial art. Number 2. It in paragraph 2. Martial art. Right, children, we have come to the end of our lesson. Hope to meet you soon. Goodbye.